Deadpool 2, Ryan Reynolds almost had to beg Hugh Jackman to reprise Wolverine. Deadpool 2 star Ryan Reynolds almost had to beg Hugh Jackman to reprise Wolverine after struggles getting X-Men Origins Wolverine footage for the end credits scene. The end credits scene was one of the funniest moments in Deadpool 2, although Reynolds reveals it was pretty hard to put together. The montage saw Deadpool using Cable's time travel device to go back to X-Men Origins Wolverine, the actor's first attempt at playing the Merc with a mouth, or in that case, the Merc without a mouth. And it was all with the intent of assassinating his rubbish version of Deadpool in front of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. A great idea, but the only problem was that getting the footage turned out to be a real struggle for Reynolds. Speaking with Empire, he said, "We had a DK of a time trying to get the actual raw footage though from X-Men Origins, Wolverine. The movie was shot on film, it wasn't shot on digital, so it was harder to get. We were sitting there on the Fox lot, the exact piece of the movie we need had been damaged on whatever the transfer was, so we had to go to some backup which was in some vault somewhere in the middle of the country, the United States, and we ended up finally, at the last second, inputting it into the movie." Being also last minute, Reynolds was concerned he'd have to beg Jackman to reprise Wolverine, if the footage didn't come through. He said, "For me, I was literally losing sleep over it though. I was thinking, oh my god, how are we going to do this? Am I going to have to call Hugh and ask him to shoot this chunk that looks exactly like a movie he's already done? I can't think of a worse hell for a human being to do." And with Jackman having retired from the part in last year's Logan, there's no certainty he would have agreed to return as Wolverine. Although that hasn't stopped Reynolds asking him to do a crossover movie. Reynolds recently said, "I think convincing Hugh to return would be a near impossible feat, but there's no human being I love more than Hugh Jackman in that universe, and equally so as a friend. He's just the best. I already miss him as Logan, so I'm one of those guys that whenever I see him, I'm like, come on, man. Just one more. Come on. We'll do it together. It'll be fun. Come on. On 3. Here we go, together. 1, 2, 3, together, and it's always just me saying it." Although Jackman has since responded, "Ship has sailed, Ryan. Sorry brother.